Yo, what is good, everybody? My name is Coaster King. Today I'm doing a review for Skyrush at Hershey Park. Yesterday, if you saw my video, I did one for Candemonium, and today I have to do the other hyper in the park, Skyrush. So, without further ado, let's get into this review and kind of give my analysis of what I thought about the ride. So, first of all, going into the ride, I was expecting was it to beat Candemonium. I just ridden Candemonium for the first time right before in the back row, one ride, and I just went right to Skyrush and said, I'm doing the back row in this. And yeah, so that's what I expected. I saw the color scheme. I really like the color scheme. I had a video a while back on my favorite color schemes on coasters. It looks awesome. So that was something that really made me excited, and as well as the huge, absolutely massive lift hill that it has. Looks awesome. Really how it looks like it's interacting with other coasters, and it's placed in a good spot in the park. The entrance still a little annoying to get to, but that really didn't matter for me. What else? Yeah, one thing that you do notice that it speeds up the lift hill. So I'm gonna go over the POV in a second here, but one thing that I did notice right away was that the lift hill was absolutely like speeding, and that was something that was really cool. So yeah. So now I talk a little bit about what I thought about my introduction to the ride. Let's get into this. Obviously, the lift hill is absolutely insane. It's very fast, and it throws you off of it. Unlike El Toro, you get some insane ejector airtime in this drop. Absolutely massive ejector airtime. Probably the best ejector airtime I've ever had. And right again into another insane ejector airtime hill. At this point, you're probably stapled. It automatically staples you to one of those rides, but you're still flying out of your seat. You're getting so much airtime on this ride, and that's something that's really awesome. And here's where the part that really made me love it was this laterals. I never experienced this on a coaster really, but these lateral forces, you're getting thrown to the side, left, right, center, and that was something I absolutely loved. The air tire wasn't just consistently like up and down, it was to the side, and that was something that I really liked about the ride. But just like that, it ended. And did I think this was long enough? I did think it was long enough. I did think it was actually a good length. Maybe it could be a little longer, but it was a good length overall, and I didn't have too many complaints about the actual length of the ride. I felt like Candemonium was more short than Skyrush is. So now to talk about the elephant in the room is the restraints. Going into the ride, that was one thing that I didn't think was going to be too good, those restraints, but I don't know what happened. I rode this 6 or 7 times in the back row and the front row. I'm a taller guy. I don't know what had happened, but it did not hurt me, not even a little bit. Felt perfectly fine, the restraints, no complaints at all. Definitely really interesting. I don't know how many you guys out there agree with that, but absolutely made for an insane ride. The airtime was the best of any coaster I've been on, period. I was thrown out of my seat, thrown out in every direction. And one thing I did notice was that it was slightly better in the left side of the train, especially the left wing was my favorite seat in any row. So yeah, that was something I did notice. But other than that, it was absolutely massive. The amount of airtime you got really made it stick out for me on all our coasters. So yeah. So one last thing I did want to talk about was, if you didn't know, forever my entire life, El Toro was my #1 favorite coaster. I love the ejector airtime. I love the intensity that the ride had. I love the smoothness of it, the drop, everything. It was my #1 for the last 6-7 years, ever since I've been an enthusiast. When I went on Skyrush, the first time I said, this may have done it. This may have beaten El Toro. I had my first row, left wing, back seat, back row. Absolutely insane ride. And did it push it over the edge? Yeah, I did think it did. I think this is my #1 favorite coaster, and here's why. El Toro and Skyrush are very similar in what they do, and that's why they're up there for me in that ranking. So they both give a lot of ejector airtime, a lot of good intensity. But Skyrush for me did it because it was just more intense. It was more elements packed into each other. So El Toro has a few good moments, has the awesome hill, awesome drop, awesome other hills, and the bank turns in. They're pretty cool. But Skyrush is just bang, 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 element after element. There's like no break, and that's something that really made it absolutely stand out. I think it is very close between the two, but I did think this one had slightly better airtime in a lot of instances, but El Toro did have the better drop. I also felt El Toro was slightly smoother, but this did beat El Toro and is my new #1 favorite coaster. One thing I do want to say is that I have not been to Cedar Point, so I'm going in a month, under a month at this point. So we're gonna have to see if Steel Mansion / Maverick breaks that. I'm also going to be going to King's Dominion most likely, so we'll see if I-305 or Twisted Timbers beats that. But yeah, so this is absolutely crazy that it beat El Toro for me. Definitely awesome ride. Definitely recommend it to anybody, and hopefully it doesn't hurt your legs. The people I was with, some people said it hurt their legs, so yeah. That's gonna be it. I'll see you guys next time. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about Skyrush if you've been on it, as well as what you thought about it beating my #1 El Toro. Hopefully you guys can get down onto this ride. Did love it. Did love Hershey Park in general. So yeah, did also think it was better than Candemonium. I'll see you guys next time.